Welcome to NIA English Channel. Okay, let's talk about something pretty much everyone dreads, right? Meeting a doctor when you're not in your home country, you're feeling awful, maybe in actual pain, and bam, you suddenly have to explain everything perfectly in English. Well,
It's stressful.
it really is. Maximum stress, I'd say, and that stress. It can make even simple language feel impossible. That's exactly why this NIA English lesson we're looking at today is so vital. It's designed for beginners, A1 to A2 level. Think of it less like a grammar lesson and more like a survival guide, a blueprint for getting help when you really need it.
Exactly, a blueprint. So today, we're not just reading the lesson, we're digging deep. We're looking at why it's structured this way, why these specific words and phrases are chosen. For you, the learner, who needs practical skills fast, we want to show why this lesson is such a critical starting point. It's about the design of that survival knowledge. Precisely. And just to be clear, A1 and A2, we're talking real beginner levels here, elementary. The goal isn't perfect English, it's just making it work. Functional success. So we'll follow the script's characters, Mark and Anna, through the whole process, from feeling sick to getting advice. And then we'll look at 5 other common problems, headaches, back pain, that kind of thing, to see how the basic script adapts.
Right. Let's jump into that first part then. Recognizing the symptoms and actually getting the appointment set up. It starts really gently, doesn't it? Like a chat between friends or colleagues. Anna just notices Mark looks off. Mark, you don't look so good today. Are you okay? Simple observation.
Yeah, and that's clever, pedagogically speaking. It's not a cold clinical start. It models natural concern. It kind of eases the learner into the situation, makes it less scary than just, bang, medical questions.
Good point. And Mark's answer gives us those first essential phrases. Not really. My throat hurts and I feel a little hot.
Okay, let's pause there. My throat hurts. Why that specific structure? Why not, I have a pain in my throat?
Right. It seems almost too simple.
But that's the strategy. Maximum clarity, minimum grammar trouble. My body part hurts. Simple subject, simple verb. No tricky have or am. It just works. Almost impossible to get wrong, even under stress.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bulletproof grammar for beginners. I get it.
And then he adds, I feel a little hot. That combo-specific pain plus a general feeling everyone gets that means I might be sick.
So, function way over form makes
Right.
sense in this context.
Mm-hmm. And because he says hot and throat hurts, Anna immediately jumps to the likely suspect. Oh no, maybe you have a fever.
And introducing that word fever early is key, right?
Absolutely crucial. If you're the patient, you need to anticipate hearing that word. If the doctor suspects a fever, you need to recognize the word instantly. This preps the learner.
So, Mark hears this, recognizes it's probably time to see someone, maybe I should see a doctor. Which leads us straight into the next bit, making the call. The administrative script.
Yeah, and notice the shift here from casual chat to something more transactional, formal.
Definitely. The tone changes. The lesson uses the City Health Clinic as the example. The receptionist line is key. Good morning, City Health Clinic. How can I help you? Very standard, very formal. Learners need that phrase.
For any professional call, really, not just doctors.
And Mark's response, also very direct. Hello, I'd like to make an appointment with the doctor, please.
Perfect. States the goal, make an appointment, and adds please. Simple, effective, polite.
Then come the predictable follow-up questions from the clinic. First, what's your name? Mark. Second, the reason. What's the problem?
And notice Mark just repeats his symptoms. I have a sore throat and a small fever. That repetition is good. It drills the core vocabulary. Even if you stumble elsewhere, you get the main message across.
Now, this is where I had a thought. The script makes the scheduling seem easy. The clinic says, okay, can you come at 2 o'clock today? And Mark just says, yes, that's perfect, thank you. Is that maybe too simple? What if 2 o'clock doesn't work?
That's a really sharp observation. And you're right, in reality, it might not be perfect. But the curriculum, I think, makes a strategic choice here. For A1, A2 survival English, the priority is success. Get the appointment. Handling negotiation, no, I can't make 2. How about tomorrow? That adds complexity. Different tenses, negation. By scripting the yes answer, it teaches the path of least resistance. It focuses on achieving the main goal without getting bogged down.
Okay, that makes sense. Manage the cognitive load, especially when someone's already stressed and feeling unwell. Prioritize the common success path.
Exactly. So appointment made. Now the transition to actually being at the clinic, the waiting room.
Right. Mark arrives and uses that key phrase, Hello, I have an appointment at 2 o'clock. My name is Mark.
Such an efficient phrase. It bundles everything.
Fire.
There, the time, who you are, cuts right through any confusion at the reception desk. One sentence. Boom.
And I like that the lesson includes the emotional side, too. Mark says, I always feel nervous before seeing the doctor.
Yeah, acknowledging that anxiety is normal is actually really helpful. It reduces stress.
And Anna suggests normal waiting room things. Check your phone, read a magazine. It paints the whole picture.
Understanding the context, not just the words, is key. Knowing it's okay to be nervous, knowing what people do while waiting, it prepares you for the real experience. Less anxiety means better recall of the English you need.
Okay, so appointment made, checked in, waited nervously. Now the main event, the actual consultation.
And again, a shift in tone. Anna becomes the doctor persona, more professional.
Starts with a standard, friendly, but professional opening. Hello, Mark. How are you today?
And notice how the doctor leads the conversation. This is good for the beginner patient. The structure is predictable. First step, confirm the symptoms again.
Right. Mark repeats, not so good, doctor. My throat hurts. Clear, direct restatement. No room for doubt.
Then the doctor confirms the other symptom mentioned earlier. I see. Do you have a fever?
And Mark just needs a simple yes. Yes, I feel hot. It's all about confirming, not explaining complex things.
Keeps the information flow manageable. Prevents overload.
Then we get the physical check. The lesson scripts this out. Let me check your temperature. That's an action the learner can anticipate.
And then the classic instruction for a sore throat check. Open your mouth and say, ah.
That specific command, open your mouth and say, ah, is crucial functional language, isn't it?
Absolutely. It requires an action and a sound, not a complicated verbal response. If you know you have a sore throat, you can pretty much expect to hear this. Lets you focus on just doing it, not figuring out the grammar.
The whole process feels very structured, very clear, which must be reassuring for a beginner.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The examination leads right to the findings. The doctor states simply, your throat is red.
And then the equally simple diagnosis. You probably have a cold. No jargon, just the common cause that fits.
That clarity is key for managing anxiety. And once the patient knows what it is, the natural next question is, what should I do? The lesson includes this pivot.
Which brings us to the treatment plan, and it's structured in 3 parts, which seems pretty standard for medical advice.
It is. And it's a really important structure. Behavior, home remedies, maybe medicine. This is the critical info the patient needs to take away.
Yeah, this part has to be understood perfectly.
I agree. Let's break down the 3 parts given for the cold. 1, drink warm tea. Simple, low-risk home remedy. Easy to understand.
2, rest. Universal advice for getting better. 0 risk.
3, take this medicine twice a day. Okay, this is the one with the highest need for precision.
Right, that twice-a-day instruction. Let's flag that because we'll come back to the importance of frequency phrases.
Definitely mission critical. The lesson smartly uses the simplest form, twice a day. Not medical shorthand like BID, not every 12 hours. Just simple counting. Once, twice, 3 times a day. Mastering that pattern is key for understanding any medication instructions safely.
So the focus is on clear, actionable steps. Minimizes the chance of messing up the recovery plan.
Exactly. And the whole interaction wraps up neatly. Mark says, thank you, doctor.
And the doctor replies, you're welcome, get well soon. Polite, professional closing, all within that A1, A2 level.
It really is a well-designed script. Gets the job done with minimum linguistic complexity.
Okay, so that covers the basic I have a cold scenario from start to finish. But obviously people get sick with other things, so the lesson expands, right? It gives 5 mini conversations for other common problems.
Yeah, this is crucial. It shows how the process stays the same. Greeting, symptom, check, advice. But the specific words change. This is where you build more vocabulary.
Let's look at the first one. Terrible headache. The patient says terrible headache and adds a consequence. I can't sleep. So, learning to link symptoms to effects.
And notice the doctor's first question here. How long have you had it? Duration is often key for headaches. The answer uses simple time, since yesterday. And the likely cause suggested you might be stressed. Very modern, relatable diagnosis.
And the advice reflects that. Rest, drink water, but also avoid screens.
That avoid screens is such important modern vocabulary. Medical advice isn't just pills anymore. It's often about changing behavior related to technology. Learners need that phrase.
Good point. Okay, scenario 2, stomachache. This one's interesting because it involves a parent speaking for a child.
Right. The mother says, my son's tummy hurts. Models that common situation.
And the cause becomes clear very quickly and kind of amusingly. The kid pipes up, "After lunch, I ate too much pizza."
Yeah, the self-diagnosis. When the cause is that obvious, the advice is simple.
Which it is. Drink water and rest. Okay. Basic stuff.
And the memorable sign-off, no more pizza tonight.
Ugh,
That little bit of humor helps lodge the vocabulary stomach ache, pizza, rest in your memory.
makes sense. Humor reduces the stress, makes it stick. Scenario 3. Back pain. This one connects the pain to work. The symptom is conditional. It hurts when I sit for too long. Learning to explain when the pain happens.
And the doctor immediately connects it to the likely cause. Do you work at a desk? Confirmation, yes, all day. Establishes that occupational link.
So the advice is all about ergonomics and movement. Try to stand every 30 minutes. Stretch your arms. Action verbs.
And it introduces equipment advice. Also, check your chair. It should support your back. Words like support, check. Broadens the idea of health beyond just the body to the environment.
Very practical. Scenario 4, eye pain. Again, linked to technology. My eyes hurt when I look at my computer.
Super common complaint now. The diagnosis given is dry eyes, another useful specific medical term.
And the treatment mixes behavior and medicine. Take short breaks, simple instruction, and then use eye drops twice a day.
There it is again, twice a day, reinforcing that crucial frequency pattern.
It really seems they're drilling that phrase.
They absolutely should be. It's fundamental. This scenario connects eye strain, breaks, and eye drops, a very common cluster of issues and solutions today. Relevant language.
Okay, last one. Scenario 5, persistent cough. Patient says, "I've been coughing for 3 days."
And the immediate critical follow-up from the doctor. Any fever?
The answer is no. And that seems to be the key differentiator here.
Exactly. No fever often means it's less likely to be something serious like the flu or an infection. It simplifies things.
So the diagnosis is just a cold, and the treatment goes back to simple home remedies.
Right. Drink warm water, rest, and try lemon tea with honey. Low risk, accessible advice because the big warning sign fever isn't there.
So looking at all 5, the pattern holds. Simple description of the problem, simple questions, simple advice. The main difference is just swapping out the body part or the specific ailment word.
Precisely. It empowers the learner. They see they don't need a massive vocabulary, just the core structure and the specific word for their problem: headache, back pain, cough, plus the ability to understand simple instructions.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So let's pull all this together. The lesson has a review section, right, with key vocabulary.
Yes, and it's like a curated toolkit. The absolute essentials you need. It covers symptoms, actions, and items places.
Let's list them out. The symptoms: sore throat, headache, stomachache, fever. Those are the big 4 for basic pain and illness communication.
Then the actions. Appointment for getting started. Rest for getting better.
And the things and places: prescription, the doctor's note for medicine; pharmacy, where you get the medicine; eye drops, that specific example treatment; and cough, which is both the symptom and the name of the problem sometimes.
10 words. That's a really tight, effective list. Covers the whole journey from feeling sick to getting medicine.
It's strategically chosen for maximum utility under pressure.
And it's not just words. They also give specific practice sentences. Repeat after us style. These seem like the real workhorses.
Oh, absolutely. These aren't just examples. They are ready-to-use tools, functional units of language. They handle most of the interaction.
Let's go through them. First, I need to see the doctor, please. The core request to start everything.
Then, for arrival, I have an appointment at 2 o'clock, confirms you're in the right place at the right time, cuts confusion.
Then the basic symptom statement. My head hurts. Simple, direct, effective. We talked about why that structure works.
Followed by a slightly more descriptive one. My throat feels dry. Shows you can add a bit more detail about the kind of feeling. Then, after the diagnosis, asking for help. Can I have some medicine, please? Direct request for the solution.
And the essential polite closing. Thank you, doctor. Basic courtesy, but really important in any formal interaction.
So the big takeaway for you, the learner, seems to be master these short, direct, polite sentences. They're your best bet for clear communication when you're stressed and need help. It's about functional sentences, not just grammar rules.
Exactly. Simplicity is your friend in a stressful medical situation. Get these 6 phrases down, and you've basically solved most of the communication challenges of seeing a doctor abroad at this level.
Right. We've really unpacked this lesson. We've seen the clear path: symptoms, scheduling, diagnosis, treatment, and how it's all designed to be manageable with a core set of English phrases.
And the lesson encourages practice, right? Listening again, maybe trying it with a friend. Which brings up a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. We talked about different instructions. Avoid screens, drink tea, take medicine twice a day. If clear communication is the absolute goal, which of those instructions has the biggest potential for problems if it's misunderstood? And why?
Hmm. Well, based on our chat about risk, if you misunderstand avoid screens or drink tea, you might just recover slower. Annoying, but probably not dangerous. But if you misunderstand take this medicine twice a day, that feels much more serious. Getting the frequency wrong, taking it too often or not often enough, could make the medicine useless or even harmful.
Exactly my thinking. That frequency instruction, once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, every 6 hours, whatever it is, that's the highest stakes piece of information. For the doctor giving it, and especially for the patient receiving it, that's where precision is absolutely critical. So if you're practicing, really focus on understanding and maybe even confirming those timing phrases.
That's a fantastic final point. Focus on mastering frequency. It provides a really clear, actionable blueprint for using the survival English effectively and safely.
Hopefully looking at the why behind the lesson structure, not just the what, has been useful.
We certainly hope so. Please subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.